almost lobbing it to mid-on.
It's good today. At least we've got Viraj back. He's been bowling well. So if we continue with that area, that has been consistently bowled well. T20s, didn't get a chance one day. Today's back. Viraj the magician. Good ball from Lucas. Good area. Can the conditions change with a different
Lucas goes down leg, awkward bounce to the keeper, and four. Wide balls.
That's quite disappointing the way he started. The ball, the surface is keeping low. There's no look at his bounce. Can try and get bounce a little bit. But keep it in mind. It's gone all the way for four wide. Quite expensive. And talking about wide, spoke about the surface. Keep it in mind. You're playing days like the fourth day. We've been using the same surface. Used it for the T20s. Produced a lot of runs for the T20. And now we're back for it on the one day.
Waiting for the ball. I think fielder fetching it from under the covers.
Steve is like those days used to play cricket. The ball goes over neighbors. Compound, you've got to look for it. To go in there. Maybe there's a dog in there. So nobody wants to go and pick up the ball. End of the day, they have found it. Talk about that Juja Road. They've been involved in cricket for quite a while. Them and Kahawa, Garrison Primary. Nice to see the kids. Good ball. That's the area. It's a good area for Lucas. There's very low bounce. Steve.
Yes, being the fifth day, the wicket being used twice the T20, and this is the second game of the one day.
looks like it's the top of the finger. But anyway, gone. Back to Nemea. Nemea's been doing very well. Good ball.
Good run there by Nepal. That was Raj. Kenyans need to be a little bit tight. Kennedy. Don't allow Nepal to strike easily.
That's what we're speaking about the whole series. I don't know why people are behind T20. They're not going to hit it. Come up. Let them train it over you. Good fielding from Viraj. Easy single. Straight. That's what you open where it's coming from.
Nice there by presenting the full face on drive for a single. End of the third over. Nepal 14 for no after the three overs. Dev on 7 runs, Arjun on 2 runs.
Arjun is changing the gloves. It's only the second over. It's not hot. The second over is changing. The third over, beg your pardon, is changing gloves. Talk about change of gloves.
Thank you.
Lucas from the Wangari Maathai's end, which was known as the Forest Road end. Okay, there's a big shout. Empire not interested at all.
That seemed like the ball kept a little bit low as we see the replay again. Looked like it was sliding down leg.
I like the shape. There was a hint of an in-swing there, which is good for a bowler. Down the leg side again. Just a single. Good throw. She's got to work hard to get a wicket. It's a new ball. Should give you a breakthrough. Then you've got your spinners to try and come in the middle. It's a single, run down. Pick up from Viraj.
Nepal just doing it nice and easy in singles, rotating the strike, getting used to the surface and the conditions.
They're making it look so easy. Good ball. That's what you want to see more. Very good ball and good pace.
Those are the areas you need Lucas to hit a little bit more with the 2 slips in place. He's got to be looking for that outside edge. Keep shaping it away across the right-hander.
That's the area to ball. So keep on balling it on that area. Good ball again. Ball in the more good area. That's the area that you want your opening bowler to be hitting.
Nice there. Usually referred to as your bread and butter ball if you are a pace bowler. Hit the good areas, good length.
It's a good one, good area. That's how you should bowl. Continue to bowl on those areas. You pick up wickets. Well played, well bowled.
Good finish to the over by Lucas. Another dot. 2 runs off this over. Nepal 16 for no loss after 4 overs.
That's what you want to see. And they're supporting each other well. Neme and Lucas. I don't know what the problem is. The captain is getting off the field. Captain has gone off the field. We don't know what the issue is. But anyway, we are back with Neme Odhiambo. Good shot. Good throw. Good pick up and good throw from Jared. It's too much room. Too much room. Body a little bit tighter. Get a little bit straighter. Kenyans look a little, there's a little bit of energy today, Steve. There's a little bit of clapping here and there. They're supporting. So which is very good. Good ball.
It's an important game for them, Kennedy. They need to win this to keep the series alive. If Nepal wins, then they take an unassailable lead in the series. Kenya need to win this to level it as it goes into the last game.
I like the rotation system, but for a young person, you got to give him a little bit of time. I think you got to keep on rotating them, but you got to give them 2 or 3 games. You give them 1 game each. Yes, it's good, but it's with a lot of pressure, knowing that you're only playing 1 game.
Nehemiah there a bit straight, just turned that around the corner to square leg for a single.
I like the leg yesterday, bowled well. Today we have got Jared, who is making a new debutant. You've got 1 more. It's going to be good if you keep on rotating the boys. But for me, there's still a lot of cricket, because from here they're going to South Africa. So the young people that you're trying to build and make them get into the team is it's going to take a little bit of time. Good ball. Come back to that.
Again, easy single there. The fielders need to hustle in, stop the singles. Raj, second time, needs to rush into the ball and stop the singles. That's the only way you'll build pressure on the batters if they're not rotating the strike.
Sukhdeep ties both shoelaces together so that he can't move. And then you got a wicket. He's the danger man, Arjun. But that's good team sportsman you're seeing there, being supportive. Steps out, Nemia eats it well. Oh no, that's very dangerous. That's very, very dangerous.
And quickly Nehemiah apologizes. I don't think it was intentional. Nehemiah thought there was a chance of a run out. As we see the replay, shimmy down the wicket. And yeah, Nehemiah thought there was a chance of a run out. I don't think it was intentional.
No, it's definitely not intentional. It's just trying to be a little bit aggressive. But I thought it was, if it hits him on the soft part, it's going to be okay. But yeah, with the weather, it must be steaming. The weather is quite cold, so it's quite painful. But Davis just got a chance to bet up the order. He will not give nothing away. Just have to stay there. There you go.
Yes.
Is he taking off? Oh,
there was a chance of a run out.
Everybody's around him. The medics are around him. Nehemiah's apologized. He didn't mean to.
The good thing was he quickly said to Dave sorry and apologized immediately.
That's very good. I'm saying I can see all the youngsters. I've seen Yash. They had him in South Africa. He's a good also spinner. There we go. Good ball. So get it back. Oh, where are you going? Go back there. And it's nice to see he's back on his feet and everything is okay. Back to Nemea. Back to cricket. Dave, you've got a chance to bet up the order. You can't say you're injured. You've got to stay with it. It's a huge opportunity to impress the coach. You're playing for your country. You do everything. Oh, another good ball. That kept low. Very low. And talking about the ball keeping low, the score is 19 for no after 5. That's really kept low. As I give Steve Tikolo a small break, I welcome the wicket keeper himself, David Asiji. Quite they're keeping low.
Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Mr. David. You're nice and warm. You have got all these 3 jackets on. I thought you were fit.
Yesterday it was a day of a lesson. So I didn't want to make the same mistake again. Because I'm talking, I want to enjoy myself.
Our friends who are sitting on the OB van, they don't know how we are feeling. We cameraman, the commentators, we are freezing here.
I'm telling you.
They must be enjoying a cup of tea, some samosas here and there. But anyway, we're back to cricket. Lucas will watch, right and straight. They're nice and warm out there. Good ball.
Ken, I've realized something about Lucas today. His run up and the release of the ball is just line and length, and it's like the body language shows something good.
Yeah, he's really improved since he made he had missed nearly 6 months out of the team. He's come back, he's improved his batting, he's improved his bowling, and his body language is perfect, and that's what you want to see.
So sometimes when you sit out for a while, it gives you something to learn about, and you get that feeling that you have to be there, your number has to be stamped, and you continue doing the same things.
I think you come back more fresher, more determined. If somebody had taken your sport, you are trying to fight for your sport. There is position for people to fight for. People are going to South Africa. It's also another Africa Cup. It's a huge tournament. Oh, it's kept low again. Kept low, but Arjun was ready to pull. It was not a ball to pull at all.
That still was a good spot bowling. I like that. Because again, after releasing the ball, you can see how the follow through was.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what they've got to force Arjun. He loves it when it's short, yeah, and they've bowled a little tighter for him, so he's trying to pull something which is not there to pull. What a ball! What a ball!
He's clean ball.
What a ball! Clean balled him! Nice to see that. That's exactly what I said. That's the idea that should be bowling to Arjun. They should be making him play on the front foot today. Lucas insisted on that line and clean balled him. Just what you need as a bowler. Off stump only.
Oh, that's a brilliant. Still, the ball was carrying to the keeper.
What a ball. That's what you want to see. It's perfect.
That is the danger man out.
And the inform, Arjun departs. And Kenya gets their first breakthrough. Well deserved from Lucas. Bowled in good areas. And the score is 19 for 1. Lucas dot. He created ball in good areas for him to get Aljun out.
The incoming batsman, Yarendra. And Kennedy, when you saw yesterday this batsman, the way he was attacking the ball from the first ball till when he ended up scoring some few runs, what do you say about this guy?
He batted well yesterday. The conditions were good, but God must sure that the platform was built earlier with Asif and Arjun. They batted well up the order. Should have been 2 down now. Collins dropped 1.
Yeah, actually that was a
Still
simple.
struggling. He's still struggling with his fingers. I've seen Rakesh Patel is trying to help. But anyway, we are back. And Lucas has given the Kenya a well-deserved breakthrough. He's been working hard. That's what we just spoke about, his body language, the area that is hitting with a lot of energy. I'm impressed.
I think that is going to give him also something to carry.
That's odd. Can they get 1, 2? We'll say in cricket 1 gets 2, 2 gets 3. So if you can get 1, you can land on the second one easily. Good ball. That's the area not ball. And a maiden wicket from Lucas. What a great over that Lucas had. Very, very, very good over that Lucas has bowled. And the score is 19 for 1.
That's giving Kenya at least a chance now to breathe and do something positive from what they did yesterday. I can see boys are moving up and down and they're shaking hands. They're happy. You can see the faces. It says something.
It's got to work hard. They still got to work really hard. It's only 1 wicket. You got to try and penetrate, get 2 or 3 with the new ball, and then you've got your spinners to come in the middle. They can contain. Good ball again.
Oh, there's a chance. Oh,
yeah, is he out? Oh, the umpire's gone up. But he hesitated a little bit. So I don't know whether he's made it in. But it's a shocker. There was yes, no, no, yes, yes, no.
Nelson took some few steps before throwing the ball.
And there you go to the umpire. Let's see from there. Nelson in a good position. Picks it up. Looks 1. Should I throw? Should I run? Should I throw? Should I run? Yes, I throw. Oh, no. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. There you go. Oh, back again. Does the line belong to the umpire? Is he in? Now, I don't want to be the umpire. This is a tough one. Nemea, he took his time. He took a little bit of his time.
The 3 steps.
He should have thrown.
Yes.
That's a good tough one for the umpire. Is he going to say yes? And it's green. It took a little bit of time. He should have thrown straight away.
Exactly.
And Dev gets his second live.
Even the face, it says a lot.
He should have thrown it straight away. I don't know why he's hesitated to wait. Throw the ball, throw.
It wasn't that confidence of appealing from Nehemiah. Actually, he realized something.
But I'm saying he should have thrown it the first time. He hesitated. I don't know why. Wanted to run with the ball. Should have thrown it straight away.
Maybe something in his mind that Yanedra was also taking maybe a run. He wanted to pick out.
Should have thrown it straight away. So he's got 2 lives. Collins dropped in once. They have given him a chance again. And he's back again. Saying he still has 2. He has got 2 lives. Now what he's going to do with his lives? Can he make it count?
Ken, that's what happens always when you get such lives. You'll, at the end of the day, you'll end up maybe getting more runs or getting no runs. So let's wait and see.
That's like if he gets runs, it's going to be very expensive for Kenya. Ken gets it on leg. Good piece of fielding again. From Nelson, good piece of fielding. And good support from the team. And that's what you say, you walk in, and that's what you've been speaking earlier. If you're in the inner circle, stop the single. That's your job.
Ken, talking about the fielding, today at least the Kenyan team boys have saved more singles than yesterday. If you compare for the first 6 overs yesterday.
Good ball again, easy pickings again. That's what we have been saying. The running in between. Good backup from Collins. And Dave picks up a single.
Ken, yesterday, if you were around the 5th over, we had given like 9 singles inside the ring. And today, if you compare today, at least 2 or 3 only given. It seems maybe Kenyan team players have decided to add some more energy on them.
The look at the guy, looks like there's a more energetic Kenyan today. Jacaranda is facing his fast ball. He hasn't faced Nehemiah. Can Nehemiah get a breakthrough? Back to the second slip.
Yeah, change of fielding positions maybe as that second slip. They have realized something.
Good ball, well played.
Ken, I would like to ask you, during our days when opening bowler is bowling and you come out with a sound, what does that say?
It's a tough one, David. It's quite. I find quite. I'll come back to you after this ball. Good shot from Mala with a lot of authority. 4 runs, and that's what Kenya are bowling. They're bowling well, and then note of the last ball, and it's Nehemiah has been a culprit of this. Off his last ball, he leaks in a boundary, and Kenya are leaking boundaries. Nepal's score is 24 for 1 after 7. Malaysia, it's going to depend on the surface. It's going to play in the afternoon. If they can pile a competitive squad. Yesterday they looked very good. It looked like even if Kenya could have scored 270, 280, they were up to the task.
Yeah, yes, Kun. Actually, we were going so well, and then after some times, something happened.
Good ball, good shot. Oh dear. That hit him hard. It's a wrong place. And the physio can't do nothing about that area. It's still on his knees, but straight away he's up.
A smile on his face.
Good ball. I like the energy from Lucas. Good energy.
I think Shame is doing good, though just a little bit of some hate.
Yeah, that's it. Should be okay. They're tough. Cricketers are more tougher.
Just a small message that maybe he's trying to pass around. Oh,
good ball again from Lucas.
This is good energy.
That's good area, Lucas. Good area.
That's how you find sometimes you keep on thinking, if that guy is bowling this way and I'm bowling the other end this way, what can make me do the same thing?
Yeah, that's area. That's the area that you go to bowl. Cut, run it down.
Picked a single.
Picks a single. 1 run, good pickup and good throw. So Dave on 11. Mala is on 4. The good thing is Kenya haven't licked runs. Today they are bowled much better, good areas.
I think they've decided they want to restrict Nepal. not more than 250 runs. It can be a chasable score. And again, if you're batting, when you have a little score, you don't have much pressure.
Our team, the batting order is not that strong. I don't know if 250 will be. They should try and get them as low as possible. Be mean with the ball. Get on the leg side. Is it finer? Oh! Tried to stop the ball, but he couldn't do it at all. Lucas drift on the leg stump and 4 runs. Easy pickings.
And that was the last ball. Nepal now reading on 29 for the loss of 1 wicket after 8 overs.
That's what I'm saying. They're leaking runs. And it's all on the last ball.
Is that they're trying to do something for the last ball, or I don't know? Because the 4 boundaries now that Nepal has gotten, they're all the last balls.
The last ball. That's what they call concentration. You keep doing the same thing that you're doing on the first to the last ball. That's why you create pressure. But once you give a boundary, the pressure goes.
There's this youngster who's in the Kenyan lineup, Gerard Mwendwa. I think he's making his debut today.
Yeah, he's making his debut today. Good ball. That's what you want to see. Good area. And because that's a swing and a miss, and because of that shot is the pressure Kenyans have been putting on Dave.
I think he's getting more frustration now because he's not picking the runs the way he expects them. And he's trying to swing the bat now.
And Mala straight away goes and have a word with the young one, telling him, be patient. Watch the ball more. Don't be in a hurry.
The mind is getting tired.
Good ball again. That's the area. Create the pressure. Create the pressure.
Kennedy, you haven't told me still again the question I asked you earlier. Some pace bowlers, when they release the ball, there's a sound that they create. What does that indicate?
Effort. Effort, that you're putting enough effort into the ball. That's what you want to see. If you hear that from a pace bowler, know that there is a lot of energy towards it. It's hard work for pace bowler because you got to run up and down and you still got to release the ball. So it's hard work. Shot. Good shot. Good authority shot. He was looking for a boundary. He's got one. 4 runs.
Talking about energy, do spinners also do the same thing?
Tend to do that when they're trying to get the ball to spin more. If you're trying to get the ball to spin more, you still put a little bit of effort. But talking about effort, class. Shot from Dave. Nemea bowled a short ball. I think Dave could have hit it anywhere. There was no energy. Shujachin keep on bowling the same air that he's been bowling. And change of field placing. Is he taking him to mid wicket? Is it deep square leg? Deep? Yes, it is deep square leg. It's a wrong field.
Do you think when you happen to bowl?
Shot. If you bowl like that, there's no field placing which will help you. You're bowling on both sides of the wicket. You're bowling on the leg side and you're bowling on the off. I don't mind if your field is stuck on the off and he plays that shot, but take nothing away from Dev. Good shots, a lot of authority.
Ken, I don't believe if you bowl and then a batsman gets a boundary, you take a fielder to that position. Do you think that is logical?
That's the area. That's the area that we're talking about. If he bowls into that area, it's much easier. But if you're bowling a short, he's pulling, you're bowling wide, he's cutting. It's tough for the captain. And he's a huge, Nemea, he's got a huge experience. He's got a lot of experience to try and get the ball on the right area. And I can see Viraj warming up. Is it time for Viraj?
Something will tell.
Good ball. That is the area. That's the area. Finish with 2 good balls after licking 2 boundaries, and the score is 37-1 after 9.
Nehemiah is calling in the 12th man. Is he having something to, maybe an injury?
That's what we'd love to find out. Why are they changing? It's come yesterday. Alex Obanda left. Don't know whether it was injury.
Elijah Otieno?
Elijah Otieno left halfway down the field. But it's been very tough for the players. It's been 6 games in a row.
Yeah, that's
And
a good
especially
effort.
when they're back to back. And keep it in mind, tomorrow they all go back to play for their clubs.
Oh,
And then Monday, they're all back again here. So there's no rest at all.
change of bowling from the Sept Park end. That is Wangari Maathai Road. Viraj Patel.
And we've got it right today. It's Wangari Maathai Road. Viraj, the Kenyan sensational junior. It's going to Viraj get his fast ball. That's what you want to see. That's it. Good bowling. Good start. I like the young boy. He's confident. He varies it nicely.
Yes.
Lot of guts.
I remember when he got his first call for the national team, he did the same and he got 2 wickets. I think ever since from then, he has been just bowling line and length and the confidence is back in him.
One picks up a single. Mala is very good batsman. He hangs around. He's got a lot of experience. Played more games than the rest. And that's now it's going to be a little bit difficult for Dave because he's a kind of batsman who doesn't get tied down. The only wicket was Arjun who's left, and Dave is on 19. Good ball.
Wow. He's a tall fellow. He can reach the ball.
Good ball. That's a turn variation. And Viraj started a beautiful over. Only 1 run went from that over, and the score is 38-1 after 10.
At least, Ken, the restriction from the first power play, you can now see the difference. Scoring 38 in 10 overs. Do you see the difference of yesterday and today?
Huge difference. Yesterday there was a lot of boundaries which went through. Today they are bowled a little bit way better. And talking about change of bowling, from the commentators' end, we'll have named Gerard Mwendwa, the debutant. It's a good one. It's a good start for him. If he can get it in good areas, he's got a little bit of pace. And there you go, fast ball. This is what we all look for. You wear that you look forward for this fast game of yours. There's going to be a little bit of nerves, but can you get it right?
He looks in good shape, and the captain himself, they play in the same club. Now you can imagine now he knows what to do and how to handle it.
Start on the leg stump, drift for 1 run. That's a good ball for the fast ball. It's not bad, but someone should tell him that you have no time to warm up at this level. You hit the deck straight away, especially when you're a young guy. You generate the pace. Try and prove, try and justify your position.
Talking
like the way Arjun picked it.
Talking about that, Ken, you saw Viraj warming up before he came to ball, and that was something good sign.
Still a bit of nerves. He's really not pushing it. When he needed to push it, he's a little bit cautious. Second ball of Jared, third ball. He's hitting those area, but there's no genuine pace. For a young guy, we're expecting him to generate, so he's going to try and generate. I like the areas that he's hitting. It's good for containing, but if you get a chance at this level and you are a young debutant, you've got energy, show us the energy.
Ken, earlier in the morning, I saw him training. I saw some energy from him when he was bowling to the coach.
Good area, that's what I'm saying. It's good. It's hitting good areas, which is very good. But it's got to back it up with a little bit of pace. Because if you get anybody young who's bowling medium pacers, yeah, there's no different with any other medium pacer. You got to show me something. You can generate it. But so far, he's been impressive with the line and length.
Yes, true, Ken.
Gerald.
Good ball.
Oh,
Good ball. The batsman, Mala saw it enough is enough. I'll come out a little bit outside off some, try and work him on the leg side. But Gerard maintained the same line.
that's a leg by.
Did he give it as leg by? Did he give it as runs?
Umpire gave a leg by.
Yes, he has done. He's given us leg by. Last ball of Gerard. Maybe after this over, he'll generate pace. I want to see pace. That's what I'm interested in. Pace, pace. Good ball. Well played. Good, easy. Good picking up a single. Will they look for two? And as I take a small break, Gerard has finished a beautiful over. All good areas of line and length, and the score is 42-1.
Good morning, friend.
Good morning, David. Good morning to all of viewers as well, tuning into this live broadcast, coming into your living rooms from the Nairobi Gymkhana. Nepal winning the toss, batting first, 42-1 after 11 overs. Arjun saw the only batter to be dismissed. Dev has looked good, and Gyanendra as always, rock solid.
Yes, yes.
Viraj Patel, quite a sensation in the T20 internationals. 8 wickets for him in the 5 games. And it's good to see him back in the playing 11. Missed out in the first match. Certainly his 10 overs will be gold dust for Kenya.
The boy looks just blows with a lot of confidence in him ever since stepped into the national team. Up to now, he's becoming one of the vital bowlers that Kenya is going to produce.
Oh, certainly, yes. He's very disciplined in his approach. Tall. There you see, inviting the batter, flighting it, unafraid to toss the ball. These are good signs of...
But I've realized something with him. Every time he bowls, the ball that comes back to the bowler, he doesn't have that confidence of stopping the balls. Like such, if you see some spinners when they are bowling, those balls that come just to the next wicket, those balls are always dot. I don't know, he doesn't have that confidence of stopping the balls.
I'm sure that'll come with time, but what's interesting to see is that the ball is not gripping off the surface like the way it did last evening. Oh, in there. Up and over the infield, and that will go into the boundary ropes as well. Very good shot, this one by Gyanendra Malla. Very nicely done. That was again pitched up, and Gyanendra ensured that he makes full use of it.
And that's a good over for Nepal.
Much better this time around.
finish up with the over after the end of 12th over. Nepal 49 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Yes, and Kenya lie in a must-win situation. That's because if they concede this game, then they'll also concede the series, as Nepal will take an unassailable 2-0 lead in the 3 matches. Viraj Patel, young, and has been quite a performer in the shorter formats, and it'll be a test, these 10 overs for him. Remember speaking to Steve last evening, David, and he did tell me that there's a lot of adjustment one has to do in the mind when you're shifting from a T20 format to the 50-over format, and that's where the real character and resolve of an athlete or a professional cricketer is tested. Gerald, another young cricketer,
Yes,
given a chance today,
yes.
began well. Great opportunity for him. Some movement on that occasion, generating pace as well.
Talking of the series, do you think Kenyan coach yesterday could have gave out the best line that or the best squad? He could have used the best squad for him for the first game. Do you think yesterday's Kenyan coach, he could have given the best squad for his?
Well, certainly yes. You can look at it in many ways. This is a good chance to experiment, to maybe also test your bench strength. Let's come back, giving the charge on this occasion, playing it on the up. Dave Khanal has looked very nice this morning. He's been very patient. And just coming back to your question, David, you can look at it in many ways.
Yes.
I see it as an opportunity for quite a few getting a chance in the first game, but I was a little surprised that some of the prominent players from the T20 internationals who had performed
Yes.
were not given a go in the limited overs games, and I feel that should be an automatic selection after doing so well in the shorter formats. Like somebody like a Lucas, or for that matter Viraj Patel, they should have been in the starting 11 in the first game.
Because if you have 3 ODIs series, for me, I thought the first game, and you're playing at home, should be the best.
Absolutely, David. Very good point, and a fair enough observation as well. You've got to go all out because it's not a long competition. It's just 3 matches in the series, so you need to take that early advantage and seize that early initiative as well.
Because if Nepal happens to win today, chapter closed.
Yeah, the series goes their way. And it's not a bad toss to win at all. It's a very good toss, in fact, because unlike yesterday when the surface had a little bit of moisture and dampness, the ball was moving. Today it's just not showing any kind of deviation off the track
Yes.
or in the air as well. Just makes batting all the more easy. And that's why you can see Khanal, they're just stepping out each time and playing it on the up. How
Yeah.
the bounce has been so true.
Looking like good surface.
Flicked away. Protection in the deep. Will take a single. So this is a nice little partnership brewing between Dev and Gyanendra. And the 50 is up as well in the 13th over.
After just comparing yesterday and today, the first power play, at least Kenyans have bowled stump to stump. Extras are less, and singles are cut off also. They're trying to force the boundaries, and that's a good sign.
Oh yes, and when you see a youngster like Gerald running in like this. Oh, nicely played. This could be close, a direct hit, and this could be a very, very close chance. Just get the impression. Dave was struggling getting back to the non-striker's end.
That is Nelson Odhiambo.
That was hit firmly. It was travelling fast to the fielder at mid-on. Looks like he had made it, but that throw was very, very wayward, let me tell you. Oh, that came back in. Was it high? Half-hearted appeal, but something off the deck at that occasion.
The keeper is smiling. I don't know. The appeal wasn't that successful.
That's why you expect a little bit more out of Gerald when it comes to maybe just appealing in excitement. Young, bowling with a lot of pace. You ideally want to give it a go.
But the good thing with the youngster is putting the ball on the line and length properly. You can see that.
This time holding the line. Very good over. 3 runs and a wide. But otherwise it's been a top over by young Gerald. 13 gone, it's 53 for 1.
Viraj Patel to continue from the Wangari Maathai Road end.
And Virat's 10 overs is going to be very crucial, David. It's because he's been Kenya's premier bowler in the T20 internationals, and he has the knack and ability of containing batsmen and also taking wickets. Gives the charge on this occasion against the turn, plays it over mid-wicket. That's a very good shot, let me tell you. Never easy when you're playing against the turn, but he backed himself on this occasion, Dave, and just breaks the shackles.
I saw just before the ball, Viraj was telling the captain, I want to play with that fielder. I saw him pointing of the same ball. Dave came out on the shot and got a bounce on it.
But if I'm Viraj, I'll not feel disheartened with that shot at all, because I know this is an opportunity for me as a bowler. This time plays it down the ground towards long off for a single. Very sensible cricket by Dave. He's making use of the opportunity. Remember, Asif Sheikh scored a century, injured, and in his place Dave gets a chance and he's trying to make the most of it.
And you can remember that Dave, he's playing on his third live now after being dropped by Collins and the run out of Nelson.
Oh yes, you need that stroke of luck, David, in life, don't you?
I think he's going to redeem on himself, and if he doesn't score, then the blame he'll take the blame himself.
And what I've liked about Viraj is that despite being hit, he still continues to give the ball a lot of air and invites the batter into the shots. Now this is a very shot and wide on this occasion. Gets a thick outside edge. That'll race away to the third man boundary. It's a very fast outfield, let me tell you. It wins the race as well. So 2 boundaries in this over. 9 runs coming off it. 14 gone. It's 62 for 1.
There's something here I've realized about all the Kenyan bowlers. Every last ball, it must be a boundary. I don't know why.
That's quite an observation, David. Don't tell me you're making notes of all of it now.
I hope the coach is noting.
Right, and you can see that nod as well from Viraj. He's not quite pleased with himself. You do all the hard work and then throw it away with a very ordinary ball, short and wide, allowing width. Nevertheless, and all of a sudden you can feel that Nepal is just picking momentum. Just bending his back on that occasion, generating extra pace and a very good run. And this is what I've liked about Nepal's approach, not just in this game, David, even in the last ODI, last one-dayer, they were always on the lookout for runs, and if they were not getting the boundaries, the singles were always on the offing.
And now just picking from what they left yesterday, we've been talking about those single runs inside the ring. You can imagine now they're taking singles, and we have like 5 players stopping those singles.
They're riding on a sea of confidence. They had a very good win last evening.
Yes. Oh, that's a good pace from Gerard. Youngster is pushing it on.
A commanding performance last evening. Convincing win. If I'm not wrong, a 9-wicket victory in this chase of theirs. 7-wicket victory, beg your pardon. Both the openers, one getting to a century, another to a well-made 50. Chased it in good time, and today they're batting first, so quite obviously Nepal are looking good as a unit.
Yes.
Short and wide, spanked away, only a single.
It comes to batting, Mohamed Asif century yesterday. It was effortless, and now Dave has taken that position. What do you think about it?
Yes, and I feel there's a competition for spots, and it's a healthy competition in the Nepal side, which is very encouraging. Everybody wants to make the most of it at the moment, and that's exactly what the coach wants, a problem of plenty. Nicely played again, just using the pace of the ball, gliding it towards third man.
Come on.
Never run on a misfield, they say, but this time around it shouldn't be a problem. They complete 2-1 for the throw as well. Good running, good calling, good coordination. Nepal in overdrive mode.
Come on, Viraj. Still young not to give such Yes, I can hear the other players pushing now.
It's a very good surface, David.
Yes.
It's a very good surface.
Yes, yes.
True bounce. You can play through the line.
The way it looks like it's your batsman to make a mistake yourself. Otherwise, if you continue like this, you'll enjoy and enjoy and enjoy even most. You can see the way they're blocking the ball. It doesn't give any.
And that's why I feel the ball is coming so nicely onto the batter. The paces will be a very enjoyable experience for the batters. And that's why you'll have to use your change-ups a little bit. Just bring in a little bit of more imagination on the surface. Some late movement as well on that occasion. Very good ball. Another very fine bowler by the young Gerald. Only 4 coming off it. 15 gone. It's 66 for 1.
As I take a little break, I welcome the legend himself, Steve Ticolo.
Bowling change. Left hand down. Sir, middle please. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Just the right time to welcome Steve Ticolo in the comm box. Steve, good afternoon.
Good morning, it is Mikhail.
I always get it wrong with the timings over here. It's only because of the weather. Don't blame me, please.
No, it's all right. It's allowed. As we see the skipper comes on from the Wangari Maathai end, coming to bowl his first over. Nepal 66 for 1 after 15 overs. A good start by Nepal there.
Just trying to overhit this one. Kyanendra Malla, that was a loose nerve of sorts. Very lucky and Goche. That could have been carted over.
Yes, looked like a full toss and missed it completely. I think he wanted to muscle it out of Nairobi Gymkhana.
Right. Singles order of play at the moment. Both these batters are complementing each other.
They've done pretty well in that department, picking singles. It's very important that batters keep on rotating the strike, keep the scoreboard ticking. If you play too many dot balls, you build pressure on yourself.
So mid-on moves to long on. So long on and long off in place. You have a long leg as well. 3 on the off inside the circle with a slip.
That one looked like kept a touch low. Inside edge onto the pad. The scamper for a single.
Just get the impression, Steve, if you take the pace of the ball on the surface, it may get a little difficult to bat on.
Definitely, we've seen when the spinners have varied their pace. Shem, Viraj, and on the Nepal side, Pawan yesterday, and Basir. When they kept on varying, the slower deliveries were very difficult to get away.
No sense of urgency whatsoever at the moment for the Nepal batters. They're happy with singles.
They're in a good position, 70-69 after 15.5 overs.
Oh, nicely flicked away towards the mid-wicket region. Work to do for the fielder, Sukhdeep. Will they run for the arm? Really, a couple of runs here for Dev Khanal, but that is a very nicely executed shot and good work by Sukhdeep as well.
End of the over. Nepal are 71 for 1 after 16. Like we were saying, Nepal have had a very good start. 71 for 1 in 16. You don't need to do anything extraordinary. Just keep rotating the strike and put away the odd boundary ball.
Has the surface gotten better since yesterday, Steve? Same wicket?
Yeah, same wicket. Looked better this morning with the pitch report. Yesterday, early in the morning, it had a bit of dew, but this morning there was no dew.
Right.
So it has played really well. As we see Gerald Mwenda, one of the young guys who are being introduced into the national team. He's played for the under-19 has potential to become a nippy bowler. I hope he has this chance. You know, opportunities like this don't come that often.
Right. Like his look so far, he's really bent his back and been very consistent with line and length. Look at that for consistency. Wants to stick to a particular channel. And that's very nice for a young bowler to come in and produce this kind of consistency in the middle.
And yesterday we also saw one of the youngsters, the leg spinner, Vishal.
Vishal, yes.
Yeah, I thought he started off jittery. The first over didn't go well. But later on he picked up and he bowled pretty well. He bowled a good spell.
Just going for that effort ball on this occasion, trying for extra pace. You'd expect youngsters to sometimes get carried away, Steve.
Definitely, yeah, you know, playing for your national team, getting an opportunity like this in front of the home crowd, you want to impress. And sometimes you forget about the basics and go for that extra effort. But again, it's nice to have senior guys by your side, Shem standing at mid-off, Nelson at mid-on, just to talk to him and say, get back to the basics. As he bowls another good ball, well placed by Mala, but straight to the fielder point. He's done so far 3 dot balls in this over.
Crease occupation is one thing. We are seeing that being employed by the Nepal batters. But how important is acceleration? And when do you think that batters should employ that tactic in a passage of play like this?
As we see Gerald straying to the legs and flick to deep square leg. But very well done there by there's confusion of shots there. This is Steve Biko. I think he's on as a substitute fielder. And just coming back to your question, occupation of crease as a batsman is very important, because if you don't occupy the crease, you'll not score runs. And it's also for you as a batsman, once you're in there, to gauge when to change the gears.
Right.
I think once you've played yourself in, you feel that confidence of upping the tempo. And speaking on that, Dave got his chance today.
Yes.
Because Asif, the Centurion, has an injury. And I've been very impressed with how Dave has played.
Been confident. Very good delivery. Almost squared him up on that occasion. Just like the way Gerald has turned up this morning. He's grabbing the opportunities, and another very fine over comes to an end. 3 runs coming off it, 17 gone, it's 75 for 1. It's a Saturday out here in Kenya, and good to see some home crowd coming in to support the team. And what we've really enjoyed, Steve, is the manner in which the fans have warmed up to the entire series, Nepal's tour of Kenya 2022.
Yes, it's been good to see the fans coming in to support both teams. Today we have children coming from schools to come and watch the game. Something that we really need. I believe by them coming to watch the game, they'll take up the sport. At the moment, Kenya, we're looking for numbers to play the sport. So it's very encouraging to see school kids coming to watch the game.
We'll just take a look at the highlights in the first 15-17 overs as well. Just the 1 wicket to fall, Arjun Saul, but otherwise both the batters, Dev and Gyanendra, have looked very good on both sides. The wicket improvised, used the conditions well. When the field was up, they went over them, and that's why this pair is going to be very dangerous as far as Kenya is concerned. Wicket here for Kenya, and they'll feel they're right back in the contest. They've coming in for Asif Sheikh, the Centurion from yesterday's game, and we are in this wonderful city of Nairobi. Let me tell you, it is an absolute delight to be. And the Nairobi Gymkhana is quite a spectacle as well. And we are at a vantage point, getting you these shots. And all in all, Steve, wonderful people. The weather equally wonderful. Certainly, you know, it's a cricket fan's delight to be in this part of the world.
Definitely, yeah. Kenya, hospitable people. We like visitors. And yeah, as we have the game today, we hope to have a solid game. Both teams play in the spirit of the game.
Quite a few changes today, Steve, for the Kenyan side. As many as 4 changes, and that clearly suggests that it's been a major revamp in the playing 11.
Yes, 4 changes today for the Kenya team. The thought process behind it is Kenya is also in a place of rebuilding the national side with a few senior players on the verge of retiring. So it's a good occasion to try a number of youngsters and see how they go at the international level. I'm sure also Nepal, they have a very young side. They're also going through that phase. I remember a few years back played against Paras Katka, who was their captain.
Oh yes.
And the left arm spinner Gami.
Yes.
So quite a number of players have also
Basant
moved.
Regni,
Yeah,
that's right. Yes.
quite a number of players have moved out of the Nepal team, and I see very new faces, new names.
Yes.
And you know, that is the process. That is the process of the sport or any team. That there comes a time when the senior players have to face out.
You have to call that natural progression. That's the way of life, way of sport as well. The experience has to give way to youth at some point in time. And when that blends in beautifully, Steve, that's where I feel the team has found the right balance.
Definitely. And that's what we're going through with the Kenya team right now. Trying to...
Fair to say that it's in the phase of transition at the moment?
Yes, definitely, yeah.
Shem and Goche will continue from the Forest Road end. Just a slight delay as wicketkeeper Irfan Karim just puts on his helmet. A slip in place, 3 on the off inside the circle, 2 inside the circle on the leg side, a deep square leg. A long off sweeper cover as well in position for Shem.
Shem starts off with a dot ball.
And you sense that ever since the spinners have come into operation, the pace of the game has slowed down.
Yeah, and it's something that happens every now and again when the spinners come on, they slow down the game. Because there's no pace on the ball, the batsman has to force the play.
Absolutely. Oh, he's dragged that onto the stumps. He's played it on against the run of play. And Gyanendra Malla can only stare at the wicket and his shattered stumps. And Goche strikes. Kenya get a big wicket soon after the drinks break. And this will really help their confidence.
Yeah, Malla there looked to play the ball on the onside when the ball was pitched outside off stump. Only managing to get the inside edge onto the stumps. Probably would have played it through the covers. But yeah, Shem Goche gets the breakthrough for Kenya. Much needed breakthrough. Nepal 75 for 2 after 17.3 overs. As Malla departs, the incoming batsman, the skipper Rohit Paudel.
Another very fine artist with the bat, Rohit Paudel, carries a great amount of reputation with him. One of the finest stroke makers, may I add. Gyanendra Malla will feel robbed of a very good opportunity. He was setting himself for a big knock. But Ngoche, what a start he's had to this over of his. A wicket in his 3rd delivery. Malla just chipping one back onto the stumps. another wicket or two here for Kenya, and they could well be ahead.
This is the time they need to build that pressure. New batsman, ball tied to him, create that pressure, and we know pressure brings wickets. Does well Ngoche. Four dot balls and a wicket with one ball to go. Strays down the leg, just tap to short square leg for a single. Finishes off a very good over, 1 run off it and a wicket. Nepal 76 for 2 after 18.
Not a bad time to introduce Viraj. Two left-arm spinners from both ends will certainly help.
It's a good ploy, definitely, with a new batsman on the crease. I think the thought process would be to try and keep it tight now. Pull back the game.
And more importantly, it's change of ends as well for Viraj. So maybe he can extract something out of the Morang Road end.
Yeah, when he bowled on the
Forest Road end.
It's called Wangari Maathai end nowadays.
All right.
Change from Forest Road.
Thank you for that, Steve. I will note it down in my book. Right, yeah.
I thought the Nepalis played him very well, shimmied down the wicket, they went over the top. So maybe it's an opportunity for him to redeem himself from this end.
Yes, and I just wonder how come the ball is not gripping the way it did yesterday, because it's the same pitch. It's a pitch that's already been used. Oh, look at that for turn, and that's what Viraj can do and bring to the table. The change of ends is certainly creating opportunities here, Steve.
And suddenly there's grip and turn.
Right. So my question is answered. Oh, this
Quick single. The Kenyans have been guilty of hanging way too back on the 30 yards and allowing singles. This time around, Rohit just hitting it to mid-on and scampering for a single.
Poor delivery. Can't afford to do that. Make that 3 runs, a wide and 2. And this is where Viraj needs to keep things tight. He needs to get Rohit as much on strike. He's the new man in. Look at that for turn. Now I'm interested.
That was a beautiful ball. Just slowed it down a little bit, tossed it outside off stump.
What I've really liked about Ngauche's captaincy is that he's persisting with a slip.
Yeah, he realizes he needs to pick wickets to stem the flow of runs.
Oh, wrapped on the pads, a huge appeal, the finger goes up. Viraj strikes, the change of end has worked, and Kenya strike in back-to-back overs, and they brought themselves back into the contest. This is a very fine bowling effort by the young man. Kept it tight. Dave is not happy, but the finger goes up, and Nepal lose their 3rd wicket.
As we see the replay, Dave looking to go onside. The ball just straightened. There you are. Dave not happy, feels he's missed out. He was batting so well on 37. Nepal lose their 3rd wicket with 80 runs on the board after 19 overs. Change of end works for Viraj.
Well, Dave certainly wasn't too impressed with that decision, but Viraj was very confident that he had his man with that appeal of his. Nevertheless, Kenya will be saying 3 down, 7 to go. Nepal is saying time for a partnership and some runs. Deependra Singh Airi, watch out for him. Single towards covers. This brings a new man in on strike, Airi. I've watched him in a couple of games that he's played in the quadrangular, Steve. This man, if it's his day, he's unstoppable.
He's one of the senior players, I think, in the Nepal team. He's been around for some time. And Kenya will feel the right back in this game. They just need to keep looking for those dot balls, create the pressure on these two new batters.
Tossed up, taken on the full rather. That's been played towards backward point. 2 runs here for Airi. And Steve, just coming back to the point of the slow bowlers in operation, would it be a better idea to persist with slow bowlers on this kind of a pitch? Because you just got the impression that the faster bowlers were easier to play. So Rakib Patel's 10 overs also will come in very handy.
Definitely, yeah. We've seen when the best bowlers bowled, the ball was coming nicely to the bat and was easy to hit through the line. With the spinners, slow bowlers, like I said earlier on, the batters have been forced to make the play, maybe use your feet or go deep into your crease. So you're always not sure which stroke to play. So definitely, if I was the captain, I would persist with my spinners at the moment. Maybe take it up to the 40th over.
Long way to go in this game. But what I've liked about Ngoche from the very start of the T20 International Series until now, he's not lost his rhythm, and that's been the highlight of the captain. Ngoche has been on the money, 3 of the over, 20 gone. It's 83 for 3. Very interesting passage of play. Kenya striking in back-to-back overs, and all of a sudden they are back in the contest. Viraj looking very dangerous. He's got height, he's got dip, he's got turn. It's quite an asset, Steve, in the playing 11.
Yes, and Kenya would be happy with this phase of play with 2 new batters on the wicket as they take a quick single. Well done there by Airi. Just knocked it to long off, mid off, and took a single.
Powder. They do bat deep, Nepal, but what they need right now is a partnership. A partnership that can take them well past the 150, 160 mark, and after that they can then just bring that impetus. And I'll tell you what, Viraj and Ngoche will keep asking questions to both these batters.
We see there again, nice loop and turn. Airi goes for an expensive drive but misses it.
And all of a sudden, after that wild swing there, long on, mid-off pushes to long off. Look at that for turn and bounce. Good move here to get Viraj from the Murang Road end. Have I got that right, Steve?
Muranga Road end, yes. It looks a different bowler from this end.
These are small adjustments that can make world of a difference. Look at that again. Viraj is very impressive so far. Only 1 of this over. 21 gone, 84 for 3.
Captain Shem Goche continues from the Wangari Maathai end, bowling in tandem with his spin twin Viraj. Bowls a short ball cut, but well stopped there at point, looking for the second one. But Rohit turns it down.
The boundaries have certainly dried up in the last couple of overs. In the air, taken. Irie departs. Another wicket here for Kenya. They are on a high at the moment. The spinners are striking in tandem. And Goche with the second. Irie is livid with himself. And all of a sudden, Nepal seem to be staring down the barrel.
Nice ball there, loop, turn. Irie goes for the expensive drive, and good catch there by Rakeb. Well done there by Rakeb. Again, spinners doing the job for the team. Pace off the ball. Irie is disappointed with himself. Nepal lose their 4th wicket.
As much as he'll want to practice that cover drive, walking back, he knows he's lost out on that one opportunity, and he is just cross with himself for letting go of that.
And the new batsman in is Bashir. Walks in Nepal at 85 for 4 in the 22nd over.
Take the pace off the ball. That's the mantra on the surface, at least at the moment. With a little bit of turn, creating doubt in the mind of the batter. The spinners are in the mix at the moment, Steve.
Definitely is. Bowling well. Like I said, the skipper and his twin spin, Viraj, bowling in tandem.
Steve, you feel the Kenyan team missed a plot by not playing Viraj in the first game.
Yes, I said it yesterday. I felt Viraj should have played because him and Shem have been the on-form bowlers for the team, and they needed him to play in that game.
All right, Steve, a left-handed batter in the middle. Would you be tempted to get a Rakib Patel?
Definitely yes, an off-spinner taking the ball away from the left-hander. One end off-spinner and the other end keep on bowling the left-arm spinner. As we see, Bashir plays his second dot ball. And again, Shem finishes off well with a dot. Good over for Kenya there, 1 run off it, and Shem picks a wicket. Nepal 85 for 4 after 22 overs. Maybe here Kenya misses a trick.
3 quick wickets, Steve. That has really come in handy for the Kenyans. If they can build on this passage of play, this will really help them find that equalizer in this series. Tossed up, inviting the batter, and this is what they have done consistently. Invite the batter into the drives and playing their shots.
And Viraj does well. There'll be a lot of pressure now on the captain Rohit to play a long innings.
Look at that. How beautifully he's wearing the length. The last 3 deliveries were very close to the bat, and this one just slightly outside off. There again. He can do that.
And the other thing I've noticed is he rushes the batter.
Yes.
Within a space of a short time, he's done with his over. Finishes off with a dot ball, a maiden there for Viraj. Nepal 85 for 4 after 23. Kenya tightening the screws.
What a fine bowling effort it's been so far by both the spinners, Captain Ngoche and Viraj Patel. The two left-arm orthodox spinners have completely changed the game in a matter of few overs. What looked like a controlled innings by Nepal now seems to be in a little bit of a disarray. That's because they've lost 3 quick wickets. Courtesy, Ngoche and Viraj. That's a very nice fielding effort. He's just finished his spell and there he puts in the dive. Viraj Patel. Talk about the commitment the youngster is showing. Never easy, and that was not towards his strength side as well.
Good comeback by Shem. And we see what tight bowling can do. Nepal were 75 for 1 and suddenly 87 for 4.
It's a numbers game, right, Steve? 75 for 1, 87 for 4, and the numbers tell the story.
Definitely. Again, keep building the pressure. Dot balls will bring you wickets. Especially when you have 2 new guys on the wicket. Just keep squeezing it.
In the air.
That was a chance there, missed by Viraj, and it went for 4. The skipper will not be happy there. That was an opportunity to pick the 5th wicket. Pressure telling on the batsman, goes for the big drive. Oh. To add insult to injury, the ball rolls for a boundary.
It's got the impression that he took some time to get down and underneath that one.
Shem finishes with a dot ball. He'll not be happy. Must be thinking I should have had another wicket there. After 24 overs, Nepal are 91 for 4.
So Viraj continues from the Murang Road end. Still see him wincing in pain after that half chance. But he'll need to get back. Oh, that's been skied very high. Fielder coming underneath, just falls ahead of him. Looked like that would have been a catch. Sachin Budhia didn't quite get underneath that in time. But anxious moments and living dangerously here are the Nepal batters at the moment.
The pressure telling on the batters. The dot balls forcing them to play big shots. Again, brilliantly done by Viraj. Turn and bounce. Quick single, chance for a run out.
Thank you. It's coming right arm round. Left arm round. Left arm over. Sorry, left arm over.
All happening here in this Viraj Patel over. A half chance, a run-out opportunity. The batters just chancing their luck at the moment.
Change of side, he goes left arm over to the left-hander. Bowls a good ball. Dot ball.
Keeping a little low on that occasion. Another very tidy spell here by Viraj. Tentative on this occasion. Just 3 runs coming off it. 25 gone at the halfway stage in this innings. Nepal 94 for 4.
As we take a break in the commentary box, we welcome back Kennedy Obuya and his wicket-keeping partner David Asiji.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks, Mikhail. Right on the middle, Mikhail had mentioned it. We're halfway down. 25 overs. Kenyans have dropped a lot of catches. They are half chances, but if you go to win matches, you got to take those catches. Basir on 6, Rohit on 8, the captain himself. Good bowling. It's been all over spin. They've been troubling the bowlers. The bowlers try to cut. Nothing. They have struggled to play spin completely.
If you see those catches you're talking about, they're not that difficult ones.
You can't say difficult, but they were half chances. They should have taken one from Collins. Viraj dropped one. Bodia one. Should be desperate. Try and take them. Put some effort. If you look at that calculate plus the run out, nearly 4 half chances that if could have made a difference between Nepal being for 4 or for 5 or for 6. Tries to cut it again.
I think the 2 left-arm spinners, they're doing the job right.
Tries to cut again, just picks a single. Steve Biko, fielding has been very good for him. He's attacking the ball well, he's throwing it hard. And talk about throwing hard, it's the end of the over, and the score is 26. 95 for 4 after 26.
Can change of bowling from the commentary, and Rakep Patel takes over from Virat Patel.
From a Patel to a Patel. Rakep, huge experience, he's batted well through the series. He started as a very good bowler, off spinner, a good all-rounder to have. Takes from our side.
Do you think Rakep being an off bowler came in because we have a left-hander batting?
I think the wicket is playing slow, so they've decided to go with the spinners. Sometimes it helps when there's a left-hander, but to go with the spinners because the wicket, the surface is playing slow, the better. Showing it well, they're bowling well, and they're bowling quick. That's it still, and the Kenyans have been a couplet of just hanging around the 30 yards. Just show me. If you're in the inner circle, stop the single. He cuts it. Good piece of fielding from the young man. That's what you want to see. Well, is that the 12th man, am I right?
Yes, that is David Mtua.
Yeah, good piece of fielding, but I still want him to get down quickly. When you go down, you come up quickly and chuck it in. Just don't waste time. Slips is back. The captain is back on the slips. So Rakeb is attacking. You talk about the left-hander, so off spinner, the ball gets away from you.
Oh,
Ball.
that is the one.
Iko hapo ile pande sana ama kolo. Ile pande ama kuja hivi kidogo.
But I think the way the Rakep is bowling so quick, because you see most of the balls are dot dot dot, that makes him so fast, and in about 1 minute the over is finished.
Talking about the over finish, that's the end of the over. Only 1 run gone, and the score is 96 for 4. To continue, Kenyans are going fast, trying to bowl as quick as they can. Can they restrict them to about 200?
I think it will be so nice if you find by the time 40th over is over and the spinners are still bowling, it will be good for Kenya, because you see most of the batters are just cutting.
It's a cut shot again, picking up a single. Single change of field placing, lefty, this is easier. It's kind of easier for a right-hander. For left-handers, with the ball is drifting back to him. Well played, well ball.
Bowler is still having the slips with him. I think he knows that something might happen.
Well ball, well played. But they're very cautious. Nepal is very cautious. From the way they played yesterday, they played a lot of authority. They cut well, they pulled well, they attacked the spinners. They were positive.
Can they only have one fielder on boundary? That's a deep mid-wicket, and all the rest of the fielders are all on the ring.
Good bowling. Seeing fielding, if you look at Sachin fielding, you got to stay low and run forward. Stay forward. Look at the bat. Once it goes to block, you rush forward. He's not going to hit it. Oh! Another chance from Collins. See, I'm saying still a tough one because it's on the inside one, but he normally takes them. Oh dear. Oh, again. Yo.
He has a smile on his face, talking about the drop catches. I think he has realized something.
It's very poor from the Kenya. They are bowled where the bowlers should have done their job. The fielding has not done their job. Chance number 7, going down begging. So they've got a run out, they've got catches. Good shot. Picks up a single. I know from the keeping part, when your wicket-keeper is right on difficult part, but when you're standing on the slip, those are the chances Collins normally takes. He'll be very disappointed with those 2 chances. Such a good fielder he is, and good hands. He's dropped 2 already. Cuts it. Well, looking for... Picks up the ball from Gerard. Good throw.
Ken, I've noticed the youngsters who are in the team today, if you look at the way they are fielding and attacking the ball, for example, in the likes of Gerard, Biko and David Mtua, they're attacking the ball quick and nice.
They're younger. They want it more. And that's so good. And that said it yesterday. I kept on saying, if you're enjoying the fielding, good ball. If you're not enjoying the fielding, you're going to have it a very rough, because you spend nearly 40% doing. You spend about 40% being a fielder. Talk about 40% is the end of the 29th over, and the score is 100 for 4.
Basir on 8 and Rohit, captain himself, on 12. Rakep just giving 2 runs from that over, and the over just ending in between 1 minute. That looks good for Kenya.
And the captain decides From Wangari Maathai's hand, change of bowling. It's Collins Obuya. Maybe the captain has said you've been dropping them. Now come and do the job.
Come on, feel this food now. There are other people doing it also. That's a good one.
Could try and get wickets. You've been dropping them. Back is Collins Obuya. From Wangari Maathai's end, the senior member of the team.
Good start, Collins.
Cuts it with a lot of authority. 4 runs.
Oh, just in between the middle.
Starts with a very bad ball, wide away from the stumps. Released a little bit of pressure. Cuts it again. No run.
I like the way Collins releases the ball after this nice and smooth drift the ball turns away from the right hand batsman. Look at that.
Cuts it again, and will they get a single?
Well
Good throw. That's what I want to see from the young guy. He's wearing Collins' t-shirt, so you shouldn't be wondering there are 2 Collins on the field. It's a good one. Those are young guys who have come in. Because Collins is already gone for 5 runs. Setting up his field. Telling Sukdeep to go round.
Oh,
short ball again.
That's smacked back to the boundary.
4 runs, good shot.
Collins has to change on that line because that's 2 short balls in that particular over, and those balls have already gone back to the boundary.
I think it's a wrong choice to let him bowl. He's not been bowling well. He's played as a batsman. I know the wicket is spinning, but you still got to land it somewhere. Good area. That's a much better area.
Well fielded again from the youngster.
Good, so there's a 4-1.141. Bowling's last ball. Again, same shot, same result. Beautiful shot. Class.
Is that?
His ball very, very, very loose ball. And that's at the end of the over. And the score is 114 for 4.
Ken, looking at the previous over, we had only 1 fielder fielding on boundary. Now the last over from Collins, 4 boundary fielders.
It's been expensive, very expensive over. If you ask me, ball in the seamers, don't bowl him again. And talking about bowling the seamers, Lucas is warming up.
Good observation, Kiran. It's good to see the youngsters, good to see the boys sitting on the boundaries, pushing through that ball, giving at least some effort on it.
Good ball from Rakeb.
That was a good anticipation from Liam Mtua.
Yeah, they're still standing upright. Go low. Yes, that's better. And they've let it go. That over really went. Collins' over was quite expensive over. 3 boundaries. Quite expensive. Very, very, very expensive. That's what I'm saying. If they have been taking singles there, every single ball, So if you're standing Sukdeep, you must try and stop the single. And Nemea, you got to try and run across. Get it in. Fielder. He's been doing well as a keeper. Started as a fielder. He's playing as a second keeper batsman. But today, he's on the outfield.
Is he a part-time keeper or he's a keeper for his team?
He's a genuine keeper. He's a definitely genuine keeper. He kept well on the T20s. The game was given an opportunity to keep. And he has proved it is a good keeper.
He took like 3 catches.
And kept very well. When there was spinners or bowling, it was turning. It was hard to keep. Cuts it again. They're playing sensible Nepalis. So far, they've got 5 rounds without doing anything. And that's the end of the 30th over. And the score, 31 overs gone. And the score is 119 for 4.
Rohit is pushing it on 23 and Basir on 16.
It's a good one. That's expensive over from Collins. There's change on Wangare Madai's end, and the bowler is Lucas. Watch. That's it. Lucas is warming up. He's bowled well. It's been a good one from Lucas. Can he give us another breakthrough? Kenya needs a breakthrough badly.
He bowled the first spell so well in the morning.
He bowled a lot of pace, energy. For me, if Kenya can restrict them to about 200, it will be a very good score. First ball. Okay, will they get 2? They're in the first one quick.
Oh, Biko's done it so well again.
He's attacking the ball well. That's what you want to see.
And that's what you're looking for. These youngsters has to learn from the seniors always.
If you're young, you've got energy. There's some guys who have played 5-6 games in a row. You are nice and fresh. You have come in. So fielding should be a huge part.
Sorry. My bad, sorry. That ball? Sorry.
Ken, we have played with the different. We've used the different umpires in every particular match. Is it that Kenyan have trying to bring up the umpires to seniority something?
They've got a huge pool of umpires, but they have done an excellent job every day they have come in. It's a very tough job. It's a very, very, very tough job. There's a lot of pressure. We haven't had international games for a while. So all the umpires have been excellent. So in the Umpires Association, you're doing a good job.
Ken, I'm feeling good now. The weather's changing.
Yeah, the weather's getting better. It's getting a little bit warmer. It's still not open up well, but it's a little bit warmer.
It's good to help the second betting.
Good ball. Good ball from Lucas. If it stays like this, the conditions will remain the same. So even betting second yesterday, the ball didn't do so much in the afternoon. So if Kenyans can bet sensible, can just try and restrict them.
Lucas is playing with mid-on and mid-off up, and he has the fine leg and third man.
Good ball. I like the Lucas, but he's pushing them back. It's a good area to ball. I'm very impressed with Lucas since he came back. The whole series, he's played the games that he's played, he's shown a lot of guts, energy. Try to cut it, miss it. Good ball from Lucas. Good area. That's very good area.
Actually, the effort he has put in and avoiding those extras, no ball and wide balls, it has given him so nice and good rhythm the way he's bowling.
Karim is keeping the helmet and is keeping back. I don't know why. It's very hard when the ball goes up in the air. It's hard for you to pick it up. Well ball. As Lucas finished a very good over with only 1 run, and the score is 120 for 4.
Round in eye. Coming right over. Yes, Rako. Chal babu, aram lela सीधे सीधे चले. शाबाश. Kadir Inzuri.
Two dot balls already gone. Good one.
Rakep is bowling nice and easy and fast, King.
Bowling quick, and that's the way to go. And even an experience, you got to make him wait. If you're not experienced, he'll keep on bowling quick because it doesn't give you time to think. By the time you realize, he's already bowled his 3 balls already.
Before that ball,
good ball.
oh,
Yes! That's what you want to see! Brilliant piece of fielding!
Nice.
That's what you want to see! It's good diving and a good throw from Nemi Odhiambo. And that's what I've been talking about. When you're on the infield, stop the single. Class!
Ken, any difference between this one and the previous one from Nelson?
Oh dear. Oh dear, it was all sort of trouble. But that's what you want to see. Foot forward, move forward nicely. Good one. Exactly that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see when you're fielding on the inner field. And that's what's being built by Rakeb's pressure. They've been bowling.
Basir run out on 17.
Oh, Basir, where were you going? And he couldn't even make it back. That's been the end of Basir, and the score is 125. Oh dear. It's diving Basir. That is all pressure. Well, that's what pressure do. And it comes in Pawan. Roy is still, the captain is still on 23, but look at the way he took off. He just took off. Yeah, just took off. And then is he really wearing spikes?
Ken, he has spikes.
Good fielding. This is the pressure they want to create. If they can create this pressure and restrict them to about 200, it's not really an easy surface to bet on. It's playing, but you only know a game after the 2 halves has been played. So far, Kenyans are all over Nepalis.
Oh, that's a good ball again from Rakep.
Good ball from Rakep.
Might get a maiden wicket.
He's bowling quick. He's not giving them time. Oh, what a ball to finish the over! And brilliant over from Rakep. Maiden wicket. And the score is 120 for 5.
Lucas is coming again.
Talking to Lucas, I think it's a good idea. They're operating with spin and pace.
Steve, welcome again. Lucas, in his 5 overs, just giving 13 runs with 1 maiden. That is a good sign for him.
He's bowled pretty well, Lucas. We also saw that in the T20s. And as I just come back into the commentary box, Kenya managing to get the 5th wicket. They need to pick wickets to stem the flow of runs. Lucas strays on the legs, turned down to square leg. Misfield there. And they managed to get through for a second run.
We've been talking nice things about this youngster Gerard Mwendwa, the way he was picking the ball, throwing them back to the stumps, and then suddenly just that one just misfielded.
It does happen sometimes when the batters run quick and put you under pressure. That's a good shot by the skipper. Rohit goes past mid-off for 4 runs. Very good shot there by Rohit. Just leaned into it. Lucas looking for the swing, pitching it up.
You see the captain is complaining that that's an awkward bounce, but it's just the pressure. The one Rohit was taking the quick single.
It was an awkward bounce as the skipper dives there. Once again, Lucas pitching it up, being driven firmly, but this time straight to the fielder. No run.
Comparing the previous over that he bowled and this over, I think he has given a lot of dot full balls to the batsman this time.
He's trying to look for the swing. Goes again hard, outside edge, down to third man, 4 runs. Lucas guilty there of bowling a bit wide. Rohit goes hard at it, manages to get the outside edge.
Maybe they're thinking they've been blocking him so much that they're trying to swing the bat now.
The ball left.
Again, outside off stump. He dabs it down to third man for a single. A good over there for Nepal. 11 runs coming off it. Nepal 131 for 5 after 34 overs.
Rohit still cruising on 34. Pawan still on 0. Steve, what do you think about bowling attack of today and yesterday?
The inclusion of Raj Patel in today's match has been a good inclusion. Looking at yesterday, Kenya were giving one of the younger guys a chance, Vishil, but today they brought in Raj, who's a little bit more experienced. And we've seen how he's bowled today. He's been very tight and I think picked up 1 wicket.
Yeah, that's good experience for him.
As Rakeb continues from the Muranga Road end. And they pick a quick single. Again, Kenyans being guilty of not rushing into the ball to stop the singles.
I think, Steve, you should have these things of if I'm bowling and you're fielding, you better stop my balls because I'm going to stop your balls.
Raj again is too deep at point, making it easy for Pawan just to pick singles.
Because you see, from the first, he's too widened and away from the point. Look at him. Now he's moving in now.
Especially to a new batsman, you need to stop the singles and put him under pressure. If he picks easy singles, then he gets into the game. Again, another chance of a run out and missed. Easy singles for Nepal. Rakep is not happy.
The batters are not even worried when they're taking the singles from mid-on and mid-off.
Once again, another single. They're doing it in singles, 5 singles in this over. Nepal 134 for 5 after 35 overs. Rohit on 36, Pawan on 2.
Still.
Left and round. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Steve. I don't know the observation. I haven't seen any 12th man coming to give a message from the coach.
Once again, change of ends for Raj. Balls from the Wangari Madai Road end. Had a very good second spell. This is his third spell. Starts off the ball pitched up, driven to long off for a single.
If you, Steve, look around the point and deep gully, those are all singles. Because I don't know, is it that the fielders are scared of attacking the ball or something?
No, they must just keep reminding themselves that they need to stop the singles. If it means coming 5 steps up, do that so you stop the single. Let the batsman try and go over you. That way you're creating a chance.
There was this thing that we were told with the moment you see a batsman blocking the ball.
There's
that's
a chance.
Sign, that's a sign.
Gone in the air. And that's out. That's out. Well taken by Lucas. Raj strikes again.
Is it the danger man?
It's Pawan. The ball was there, but he decided to go for the big shot. Pitched outside off. Tries to go inside out to extra cover, but manages to hit it to long off. And Lucas takes a good catch.
At least now they release the pressure now.
Pawan gone for 2 runs. Nepal 135 for 6 in the 36th over.
The incoming batsman, Adil.
Kenya need to keep on tightening the screws. The ideal situation would be for them to stop the singles, make the Nepal batsmen go for the big shots.
Steve, this Adil Mohammed, is it the brother to Asif, the one who was batting yesterday?
I'm not sure, David. Could be just the same surnames. And Adil has done well for Nepal with the ball. We've not seen much of him with the bat. This is an opportunity for him.
Is he coming to go for big shots so early, or just?
At the moment, with 6 wickets down and about 14 overs to go, I think the thought process would be just to try and bat and take it deep.
That's a good ball again. That is Viraj Patel just giving 1 run from that particular over. Score reading 137 for the loss of 6 wickets. Adil on 0 and Rohit on 38.
And Kenya have missed a couple of chances. I think there are 3 drop chances.
And Steve, if you look at those catches, if you could have taken them early, long enough, the scoreboard could have been reading different now.
As Rakeb continues from the Muranga Road end, starts with a dot ball. Again driven hard by Rohit, but straight to the field and Emayo Odhiambo.
And they have changed. Captain has just taken the position of Patel where he was fielding. Now he has come to a different position now. I think he's now looking more lively.
Another dot ball there. Just keep building the pressure. Rakep drops it short.
That's a loose one.
Rohit cuts for a boundary to the extra covers region.
Steve, I like the batting lineup of this Nepal, the way they're doing. Everybody, every game, different game, somebody has to come and stand and take position for himself.
Yes, it's about grabbing those opportunities, David. As a player, if you get an opportunity, grab it and try and cement your place in the team. And that is what a number of the Nepal players have done. Yesterday we saw Muhammad Asif scoring a scintillating 100. And today the skipper Rohit is batting well on 42. We've also seen Arjun, the wicket keeper.
Yes.
He's done well so far for them. As Rakep finishes his over, 37 gone. Score is 141 for 6.
So these guys are taking, everybody is taking at least his charge to keep on going for the team. And Viraj continues from the Wangari Maathai's end. That's another dot again from Viraj Patel. Because you see, the boys has to keep on clapping now, talking to each other, supporting themselves. Oh, that's a slap shot. Nelson. It's for a boundary. Steve, Nelson looks like he's struggling a little bit. Is he injured of something? The way he's running is not comfortable. Nice one, another dot ball again from the Viraj Patel. He's doing it so nicely. That is one bounce. Oh, good line again, but just for a single. So far so good, Steve, for Kenya. I think if they continue like this, try to restrict Nepal in less than 250, do you think it will be an easy chase, or we're going to have Rafa again to chase this 250?
At the moment they're bowling well. If they continue like this, they'll probably restrict Nepal to a figure of about 200, 220, which I believe if Kenya come to bat, they can chase it down. They just need to keep doing what they're doing, keep it tight, don't give away boundary balls.
I can see all.
Rakep starts off with a full toss, hit to long on for a single.
I've noticed something, especially when Rohit is batting, they open up the field, they allow a single to be taken.
And again, Rakep bowls well for a dot ball. Yes, they're using that because Rohit has been on the wicket for long. Give him a single and ball to the new batsman where they can squeeze. Chance of a run out. That was very well done. Chance of a run out here. Ow. The throw was too slow to come in. As we see chance there, the throw was a bit wayward, allowing the batsman to dive in. Turn down, another chance of a run out. There's a
that
misfield.
was a big chance. Big chance.
Viraj has been guilty in the field. Missed one chance, one catch, and now a fumble allowing the batters to go through. There was a chance of a run out there. Rakep again goes short, cut to the deep. This will be easy 2 runs. End of the 39th over. Nepal 151 for 6. As I take a short break, I welcome Mikhail into the commentary box. There was a mix-up. We did 10 overs. It's okay. President was supposed to do 10, but Kennedy has gone for 9.
I'll finish it now. However you want it,
It's okay, you do it. You can do what you do with you, and Kennedy will come and do the last.
When is the interview happening now? Thank you, Steve. An interesting passage of play from 74 for 1 to 151 for 6. It's been a remarkable turnaround here. And Kenyans have done extremely well to keep things under check. Viraj Patel, quite a star with the ball, let me tell you, time and again. He's proving how much of an important asset he is to the side. His 10 overs are very crucial. Nepal do bat deep. Ngoche as well. Both of them have bowled extremely well in this game, and they've brought Kenya back into the fixture.
Shem Goche has just come back, and I don't know, I saw Viraj earlier bowling 9 overs, 29 runs. Then he was cut off. Do you think they're preserving his last over for something different?
I look at it this way: when the new batsman had come in, it was not a bad idea to bring in Rakep and get a few overs done from his end as well, and keep your premier bowlers maybe for the later and the death overs as well. And Goche has made an impact in the series, and it'll always be nice to have him bowl to the lower order, and that's exactly what's happening. Adil is predominantly a bowler in the side, but he can use the willow to best effect.
Yes. Because I don't know whether when he was bowling the previous one, the loose balls that he gave, they went for 3 and 4. So I don't know, is that the reason why he was cut off?
Where is the dive? Lucas, where is the dive?
That is Collins.
Beg your pardon, that's Collins. That was in the air for a while. There again, right on target, only 2 and almost a wicket in this over. 40 gone, 10 more to go, another 60 deliveries. It's 153 for 6.
And that is the second water break.
I'd like to see that half chance once again. If Collins Obuya there with that opportunity there. For a moment it looked like it was another wicket. Wicket number 7 for Kenya.
It could be so nice before the water break. The new batters who was coming to come in after this, the water break, could be something fresh for us.
Well, talk about water break. We have Kenny here being kind enough to get us a few bottles of water as well. Thank you, Kenny.
Kenny, it seems you know this job well, huh?
Their teams just... Adil batting on 8. Captain Rohit holding fort. He's been the anchor in this innings. 46. I'll tell you, this last 60 deliveries will be key to where Nepal get to. Remember, last evening Kenya batted first, managed 218, and it looked like a very modest total. And if they can do well to keep Nepal inside that, then clearly they're looking at equalizing this series and going into the decider on Monday. To the benefit of our viewers, we are coming to you live from the Nairobi Gymkhana here. It's match number 2 in the 3-match series. Nepal have taken a lead after winning the first game by 7 wickets. And all the more it becomes a must-win for Kenya in this fixture. Nepal winning the toss, deciding to bat first, began on a very strong note with Arjun and Dev Khanal starting off well. 70 odd for 1, and all of a sudden they capitulated, and right now they're 153 for 6. David, what do you think will be a good score that Nepal will be eyeing?
I'm thinking, you see, Rohit, he's still in, and he's now on 46. It seems he's so set, and he wants to think of doing something different now. Let's hope the bowlers will realize something like that is going to happen. Then they try to bowl line and length. They restrict him from giving those singles. Those are singles that the ones are making this scoreboard keep on ticking.
Absolutely. Not the best of situations to be in. Rohit, the captain, has the lower order to bat with at the moment, so he'll need to really farm the strike and also ensure that he gets the boundaries as well. Nevertheless, credit has to be given to the Kenyans, the way they've come back into this game. Remember, they're playing catch-up in this particular series. They've lost the first one. They lost the toss this morning. Openers began on a very brisk note for Nepal, and after that it's the left-arm orthodox spinners in Ngoche and Viraj Patel who just brought them back into contention.
If they continue and try to restrict Nepal in less than 220, I think it will be a good sign for Kenya. I don't think, after seeing the wicket in the morning, I don't think it will give a lot of problems to Kenya.
Just take a look at this, just closing the face on the bat. Oh my God, anticipation maybe would have helped. Was that a half chance, or was that a realistic chance there? But a chance gone, a begging, fair to say. Could have been a very soft dismissal. Adil just closing the face of the bat on that one.
Replacing Rakeb from the box side end, it's Viraj. I think Viraj is going to bowl his last over. They're just changing the side. And we still have a sleeper at this time. I don't know. And his last over is using the 4 boundary fielders.
9 overs for Viraj, 2 for 29. I'll tell you what, he has been very consistent. There again, talk about bowling in the right areas. He's kept things very tight. I've just liked his approach, his uncomplicated action, bowling to his field. There's a long on and long off in place. 3 inside the circle on the off.
As a bowler, how do you feel when some of your fielders are giving singles, and when you're keeping everything tight? How do you feel?
Well, as for big runs, I'm happy. That one keeping a little low. The aim is to bowl to your field most of the times, and the aim is to keep it tight. Now remember, we are into the final lap of this particular innings, and they will be on the attack, Nepal. But if I'm a Nepal batsman, I will say, let me see off Viraj. He's an informed bowler, he's struck, he's bowling well. Let me see him off, and let me see what I can do with the rest of the bowlers who are coming.
For the last 2 balls, they've changed the field again. Mid-wicket going back on the boundary. Oh, just an edge. Oh, looky.
That's very good running by Rohit. He wants to keep the strike. Cheeky on that occasion, trying to use the pace of the ball to glide it down to third man. Then realizing that he needs to be on strike and play as many deliveries in the middle.
The fielders have to improve on their throws, because if you don't throw those balls quickly back to the keeper's end, those singles are going to be made just double, one from 1 to 2, 2 to 3s. And that's what the Ken should be trying to avoid. And as we speak of that, that is the end of Viraj's 10th over. Adil is on 8, Rohit on 49, Nepal score 156 for the loss of 6 wickets.
It'll be interesting to see how much the 20 overs of Viraj and Ngoche together has yielded for Kenya at the moment. They have been the impact bowlers in this particular contest. And what they've done is that they've just pulled things back into their favor. Taken the pace of the ball. Again, just using the pace on this occasion. That's running away to the third man boundary. Rakib Patel gives chase. Keeps it to 2. And in the process, it's been quite an innings by Rohit Paudel as well. 50 for him. And what a time to bring it. At a time when the rest have just folded, he stood tall and held this innings together. A very fine knock by the captain, Rohit Paudel. 51 unbeaten runs. And at the moment, fair to say, fighting a lone battle. Not easy when you're losing wickets at the other end. But he's done a remarkable job ever since he came in. Captain to captain.
I'm telling you, Virat, his 10 overs, he just gave on 32 runs, picking 2 wickets. That's a good sign.
Very encouraging. Going at 3 and over in a one-day fixture is a captain's delight. And he's not far behind as well, Ngoche. Gets a top edge on that one. Was looking for the big heave over mid-wicket. Fortune favours the brave, they say. And Adil gets 2 more. Nepal will welcome all the runs coming by.
I think the 2 bowlers of Shem Ngoche and Virat Patel, they've done a good job for Kenya.
Slapped around this time through the extra cover region. That's 4 more. Adil may have missed out on the previous delivery, but just leaned into this one and got enough willow to get a 4. Much needed boundary here. Nepal trying to find a move on.
There's a way that big gap from the deep covers to the mid-on. Every time I've seen some shots being slapped over there. I don't know how they're picking them. Oh.
One too many. One too many this time for Adil. Again trying to just steer it down to third man. 9 runs of this over. Costly when you see it's Ngoche. Nevertheless, Nepal will be happy. 42 gone. It's 165 for 6.
And at that particular thing, Rohit just managed to reach his half a century after 40-second over. Rakib Patel takes over from Virat. I think the backward gully, that should be some. That fielder has to come in a bit to save the single.
Showing some sense of urgency right now, both the batters. Now the plan is very simple. Rohit will try to just remain till the 50th over. Adil will take his chances. Expect him rather, to go big. And just as I say that, he's found the mid-wicket fielder. This could be a simple, straightforward catch. Sukhdeep coming underneath that one, and it's taken as well. Adil perishes while trying to go for the home run. Another wicket falls. Wicket number 7 here. Sukhdeep with a very fine catch under pressure. Rakib strikes, and Kenya continue to make inroads. 166 for 7.
We spoke about this earlier. Then when we decided to check how many runs do you think they can get in the remaining 10 overs. The way they're still losing their wickets, it seems something good going to happen for Kenya.
Adil departs. It was pretty obvious that he will be going for the big hits. And in the process, he perishes and takes the walk back to the dugout. And in comes Sompal Kami, a fine all-rounder in the Nepal side. And I'll tell you what, this man can also play the big hits. They bat deep, they bat long here, Nepal. And if they can get some quick-fire runs, it'll come in very handy here for the Nepal side. But at the moment, Kenya riding on a sea of confidence at the moment. Tails up. You can see the energy as well.
I think they've decided to bring in Sampal at the right time.
No! Follow.
We have 4 fielders on the ring. The square leg fielder and the backward point fielder. They're quite far away. I don't know if they're going to make some.
Soft hands. Sompal off the mark with a single. Good productive over here so far for Kenya.
We just spoke about that single run.
Just get the impression that the fielder is standing too deep at backward point. Nicely played towards long on for another single there. So Rohit's plan is pretty clear. He'll over, give him company. Oh, swept and swept very fine. He's got enough willow on that. That's running away to the fine leg boundary.
Look at just saved a single. That is the end of 43rd over. Rakib just giving 6 runs from the over. Rohit standing on 55 and Sampal on 4. Total score reading 172 for the loss of 7 wickets. Shem Ngoche to continue.
Well, now, all of a sudden, Nepal looked good in the first 10 overs when they started off on a brisk note. Just lost steam midway. And Goche and Viraj have been very effective. Rakib coming in with his off spinners, making an impact. Sompal and Goche has a long on and a long off field at the cow corner region as well. And even a deep square leg, and was charging the big hit. Or was that a Chinaman? For a moment it looked like that was coming from the back of the hand.
Exactly. That's a dot ball, second ball from the Shem Ngoche. I think he's bowling his last over. There's a single. Rohit has been playing so patiently ever since he came in up to now. Still waiting for the last 5 overs maybe.
Yes, he needs a little bit of support from the other end. Somkal can be a good foil. Tentative. Played towards third man. They're running the first run fast. They want the second, and they'll do that comfortably as well. Very good running. This is very good running.
Don't know, the fielder kind of stopping that ball quite didn't dive well. There is a difference between Sampal and Rohit when it comes to cutting the shots. You find Rohit getting the gap and Sampal is just playing the... At the end of 44th over, the score is 176 for the loss of 7 wickets. Sampal playing on 7 and Rohit on 56. Ngoche just giving out 4 runs from that particular last over.
Picked away nicely in style. Work to do for the fielder at square leg. A little bit of footballing skills on this occasion. Comes in very handy. And keeps it to 2. That's very good fielding in the deep. Certainly saved a 4 on that occasion. He had a lot of ground to cover, may I add. How pleasantly the ball left the bat on this occasion. It was a fast outfield. And just as a Ronaldo on that occasion. Slashes hard towards a cover point, nicely fielded. A couple of more runs. So Nepal are showing intent at the moment and mixing it with a little bit of aggression as well.
I think they're deciding now to push from 1s to 2s, at least so that the board can read something good. Oh. Dot ball is going too good. Dot ball is good. Oh, nice, Biko. That's good stop. After just looking at the bowling figures, Shem Ngoche managed to bowl his 10 overs, picking 2 wickets and giving only 34 runs. That was a very, very good, again, spell from him.
Yes, that's been the highlight of both the spinners. 32 for Viraj in his 10, 34 for Ngoche. We'll come to that. Nicely driven. That's put a lot of power behind it as well. Great timing on it. And that races the way for a 4. That's a very nice shot from the batter, Sompal. Should have put his body behind it, but Nelson on that occasion just trying to use his boot. Good over here for Nepal. 9 runs coming off it in the slot. And that was driven very firmly. Where's the dive, young man?
Oh, come on.
Put your body on the line.
I could have done something better. Oh.
Just talk about the impact both the spinners in Ngoche and Viraj have made. Viraj in his 10 overs gave 32 runs, took 2 wickets. And Ngoche gave away 34 runs and took 2 wickets, which means in the 20 overs, they gave only 66 runs and accounted for 4 wickets. And that's been the turnaround for Kenya in this particular innings. It's the bowling of Ngoche and Viraj Patel that has given the side a much-needed breath of fresh air and allowed them to come back into the fixture.
As I take a little break, I welcome my partner, Kennedy Obuya.
Thank you, CG Mikhail. We are running for a good ride at the moment. Last 5.
My first time with Kenny on the count box, and let me tell you, I'm excited.
Very, very, very excited to have you in Nairobi. I hope you've enjoyed your stay.
Every bit of it, Kenny. It's been delightful.
SMW has done a good job. It's been excellent. The T20s, the one-dayers. We've seen all throughout exciting cricket all through.
Absolutely, Kenny, and the flair with which you bring in all the comments, I must say, you're creating your own fan base as well over here.
Oh, lovely, nice to hear that. Let's go back to cricket. The sun is out.
Thank you.
Mikhail has been with his jacket all day. Let's hope it opens up today. Right. Move your jacket a little bit, get a little bit warmer. Kenyans have pulled it back a little bit, but Nepal have pulled it back. It's a balanced, very well balanced side at the moment. They get 240, 250. Should be a very good score.
Kenny, 185 for 7. Which dugout would you prefer sitting in at the moment?
Good shot. I'll come back to that, Mikhail. I think the best dugout is with you here. we have got no loyalty to anybody. We just enjoy it.
Right. We are from the vantage point over here, the bird's eye view of the game. But Kenya have done well to pull things back in their favor.
Yes, very well. If you look at the way they bowled yesterday, the way the Kenyans bowled yesterday, and the Nepalis were all over them yesterday. But I think they've done a very good job today. Every day is a new day. Let's see if they can contain them to a reasonable score, and then they can come and see if they can chase it. And then it makes the last game exciting.
Taken on the full. Over the bowler's head, running the first run fast, looking for the second. This could be close if it's directed. Comfortably done in the end. Very good running. I just feel the fielders at the ropes need to just run in more quickly and just cut that second run.
And that's exactly what you said, anticipation. If you've seen the ball going on that area, you got to anticipate and run as quick as you can. You're trying to cut it. And that's what they have not been doing well, especially on the infield and the outfield. Both, there's something that they've got to work on.
Slow one, change of pace. Gets an edge on this one. Again looking for the second. Well, that's Kenny's masterclass. Anticipate the ball and charge towards it.
And good throw. Talking about anticipation, outstanding from the captain. Rohit batted well, came when there was a little bit of pressure. He absorbed the pressure well, picks ones and twos, squeezing boundaries whenever it was necessary, and he's on 62.
Much better underneath the bat. Just coming back to Captain Rohit Paudel. Never easy when you have wickets falling at the other end. And now he's batting with a lower order. He has to farm the strike as well, Kenny.
That's very good. That's what they call. That's what they call maturity, and that's what Kenya must learn from it. He's observed the pressure. He's picked one and twos. Whenever a boundary is offered to him, he's taken it. He's run hard. There was a little bit of intensity in everything that is done. So I'm very, very, very impressed with him.
Slow one again, change of pace. Irfan Kareem allows a run.
Should have tried to push a little bit fine, but good change of pace. Talking about intensity, their coach Nepal he's a no-nonsense person when it comes to cricket. He tells you the way he sees it. He wants you to work hard. I've seen their boys in between doing a lot of sprinting. Yeah, he told me fitness is huge in a modern cricketer.
Absolutely, Kenny. Taken on the full over the bowler's head on this occasion. Again, running the first run fast. This could be close. Oh, it's a wild throw. That's a very poor throw. This is where they need to bring in a little bit of discipline.
That's what I don't understand. If you're peeling mid-off, and if the ball has been hit straight to you, where are they taking two? But anyway, who are we? We are just here to give our comments and compliments. At the moment, Nepal 192 for 7.
Easier said than done, Kenny.
It looks very easy when you're up here.
You've been there, you've been here.
Yeah, both sides. We call ourselves now armchair critics.
Right. A word on Ngoche and Viraj Patel. 20 overs for them, 66 runs, 4 wickets in this game together.
It's going to be a good fight for the Kenyans to try and if they can pull it back. I'm looking at Mikhail. If you're sitting here, we're looking at 4 overs for maximum of 240. 230 would be a very good score. And on the surface itself, unless they go hard on the new ball, it's going to be quite a task. But Nepalis have been very mean with the new ball. When the ball gets older, it becomes more tougher.
But you reckon the conditions are a lot more different than what it was yesterday on the same wicket?
it's definitely going to be a little bit different condition, because if you look at the surface, yeah, we have played 3 games on it. Is it 3 games or 4 games on it? So it's like a 4-day wicket.
Right.
So it will definitely be a little bit different. But nothing is wrong with the wicket. If you concentrate like the way Rohit has done, you'll get runs.
Absolutely. Lucas going for that scoop that we've so often see in shorter formats. But yet again, they're just taking the pace off it. Ball dying on Rohit on that occasion.
That's good. That's what we want to see from Lucas. If you see him, if you can pick it early, you bowl a slower ball. If they accelerate better now, they can land to about 230, 240. That will be really like 10 runs and over. Good ball.
Hurrying him for pace on this occasion. Kenny, you mentioned 230, 240 pass score on the surface?
I'd go 230 is a good score. If the way Nepalis have been bowling, 230 will be a tough one for Kenyans. They really have to work hard to get the runs, because they've really depended on Rakeb and Collins.
Right.
But they've got to get somebody else to contribute. If somebody contributes, they'll be on business.
That's a good enough point. Quite a few changes today into the playing 11, as many as 4. So you'd expect something different, quite certainly.
Good shot. 6 runs. Bounce it shot. And you're blind. Good shot.
Way down the leg side, a half tracker. And Sompal says, thank you very much. This is what I'm looking for. Just helps it over the long leg region and fetches the 6 as well. And that's where Lucas will need to improve. He cannot get carried away and leak runs at the moment. They've done well to keep Nepal to where they are.
And that's what I say, that the way the Nepal are better is what, if you look at the last game, Kenyans left 2 overs. You could have played. It was 12 balls. You could have ended up even getting 8 runs. Wanik. The fielder was not even looking. He didn't even move. 4 runs.
And I'll tell you what, Kenny is not impressed over here. 6 plus 4 make that 10 in 2 deliveries, and already 11 in the first 4 deliveries. Kenny, this over is turning out to be expensive, and Nepal in the process also crossed the 200-run mark.
That's very good. I would just say good batting, or good ball, or not good bowling, not anticipating well. If in the last 5 overs, if you're a fielder, you must expect things to happen. So expect the ball any time now.
Smart cricket, very smart cricket. Strike rotation is the key.
And if you look at the way Lucas is bowling, it's like the ball is holding a little bit. So it's not easy to play shots. But if you bowl the half trackers, it's a little bit easier. Talking of the change in the Kenya team, there's Jared, there's Nemi Odhiambo, there's Viraj, and there's Lucas. The only new person there is Gerard. But I've talked about that. It doesn't strengthen their batting so much. Lucas has been hitting the ball very well towards the end, but they got to take the game closer for him to have an impact. Cut shot. Oh! Could have been a class catch.
Full marks for the effort over there at backward point. Looks like he did get his finger on it as well. Draw some applause from the bowler, Lucas, too. But I like the way Rohit adjusted to that shot and played it late. Nevertheless, it's been a very good over for Nepal. 14 runs coming off, it's 47 gone, it's 206 for 7.
3 overs to go. Where can they get? That's 12, that's 18 balls. Can they double to go 18, or can they get 30 runs on that? So they get 30 runs down to 236. If Kenya can bowl more tighter, 2 runs a ball is nothing. But you need to take wickets for you to slow it down. And Rohit has been very good. Very strong. Paul has come and got to hit a 6.
Yeah, quick Rohit, fire, 26, Kenny.
Perfect. Good timing. Oh, good catch. Very good catch from Nemi Odhiambo. He saw it late and he moved late. But good hands. Very, very, very good catch.
Not easy when you're running and the ball is traveling as well. This is a very fine catch under pressure. He had to cover some ground, kept his eyes on the ball, and took a very fine catch to get the danger man, Sompal Kami, who played an absolute cameo of an innings. 26 for him in no time. Captain Paudel still very much in the middle out there. But what Kenya have done is they have struck at regular intervals, Kenny.
And that's what you need to slow the run rate down. If you don't get wickets, then at least when a new batsman comes in, it's take at least 2-3 balls to settle down. And that is very, very, very crucial for you to score, for you to slow the runs. Incoming batsman, Karan. He's been very mean with the ball. Can he send it on the boundary?
Well, he carries a reputation of being a very hard hitter and a clean striker of the ball. We've seen him do that in the past as well. Perfect setting for him.
Perfect.
He has a little under 18 deliveries. He has an informed captain standing at the other end. He has the right man to give him the advice, and he has the license as well to play a fearless brand of cricket.
Take it. It's all yours now. It's all in your hands. But taking nothing away from Nemea. He's bowled well in bits and pieces, but he's done very well. And a good wicket and a good catch from Nemea Odhiambo. Same hairstyle. Start with a slow ball. Oh, good piece of fielding. That's what you want to see.
He had one stump to aim at. Gerald, the youngster, if I'm not wrong. Not right, that's Biko, I guess. Biko. He knows he came very close to dislodging those stumps.
And that's what you see from the juniors. When you come in, you got to show us that you're good in fielding, no compromising from a junior. You got to be on top of that. Good ball from Nemea. But can they get to run the first one quick? That's it. Nemea, it's the last over. Once the ball has gone down, you got to run to the stumps as quick as you can. So there's a wicket, then there's a single and a single. So they've got 2 runs of 3 balls. Right on the strike.
Running the first run fast, looking for the second, nicely fielded at long off. This is very good fielding by Kenya. They have picked up pace and intensity in their game. The energy is high, keeping things tight.
That's what I want to see. That's good fielding, good throw. Still Nemea is not running to the stumps because he should go there. It's much easier. If you're in front of the stumps, you're making it more difficult. At the moment, it's bowled well. It's only conceded 3 rounds of 4 balls.
He's bowled well. He's bowled well. Right in the block hole, right underneath the bat. Odhiambo is showing why he can be a death bowler for Kenya in the coming days.
Good thinking from Collins. He should have shied at the stumps, but he thought it was only going to cost him 1 run. There was nobody backing up on that side. Should have gone for 4.
That's what experience brings to the table.
Very, very, very important. Cuts it. He sees the ball late. Can he throw a good throw? Good throw. That's the end of a beautiful over from Kenyans. They've really pulled a little bit back, and they couldn't concede runs, and they could concede a lot of runs on that second last over. And the score is 2-1-1 for 8. It's a tough one to bring the young Gerard to bowl now under pressure. It's going to be interesting. He hasn't. I think it was a lot of pressure on him. They should have not bowled. Should have bowled the previous one. Releases the pressure. Let the more experienced guys bowl those 2. There you go, Gerard. He's got everything. It's got a lot of pressure. It's going to be a lot of pressure. Both one batsman set. Karan is known for hitting. Jared, the young boy, but he's got to learn how to mix them up. But if he comes out strong, it will give him a huge confidence. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 inside the circle. This point, deep point, covers is on the 30 yards. Mid-wicket is on, mid off, down. Third man, fine leg, is he coming down? Yes, it's gone back. So the field, the captain is moving the field. There you go, young man. Fast ball from Jared, who's on his second spell.
Shot and wide, picked up, gets an outside edge. The fielder won't be able to cut it off. That's Odiembo over there, just finished an over. Never easy, but 4 welcome runs coming in for Nepal.
It's a bad ball. He gave room. He should have bowled a little bit tighter, but I thought Nemia should have tried to stop it. It's gone top edge, 4 runs.
Kenny, quite a gamble to give a youngster.
That's I said it earlier. He should have bowled in the middle, and then you leave the last 3 overs to the senior bowlers to bowl, putting a lot of pressure on him. Especially his bowling now when the one batsman is set, one is known for hitting. Again, balls is outside off stump. He's got a gap. It's only 2. He's bowling it well, but he's bowling on the length, and that's the most scary part. He's already on 6 runs of 2 balls. How tight can he make it?
This is going to be a very important over as far as the context of the game is considered. You reckon Rohit is going to go all out at young Gerald? And he does that in emphatic style. 2 bounces into the ropes towards the extra cover region. Short and wide, punished, and the inexperience showing over here. And fair to say that Rohit has found his target bowler.
Beautiful. See, hit it nicely over covers, but that's what I'm saying is they might make instruction very clear to him. Either he's supposed to bowl full, yeah, and if he hits you, there's nothing wrong. He's bowling short on both sides of the wicket. The captain is back. The captain is saying something. I don't know why the captain wants him to bowl, but he's been bowling on both sides of the wicket, so makes it very hard to place a field for him. He's bowled 2 half-trackers outside off, and they've all gone for 4.
Now he's under pressure. 10 runs in the first 3 deliveries. And that's what happens sometimes. Even the best can get derailed in their plans. Oh, he goes big. That's a one-handed hit. That's high up in the air, and the catch is taken, and young Gerald gets his man. Finally being carted away for 2 fours in the first 3 deliveries. He says, I'm going to get you, and he does that as well. A moment of joy for him as he strikes in the penultimate over.
And that's exactly what I said, is the captain instruction must be very clear. This is the first one that is bowled full. It's much easier. That's the area to bowl and change of pace. And Nelson have been outstanding with his catching today. That's a break. That's the only time Kenya can slow the run rate. And that's in a beautiful innings.
What an innings there by Rohit Paudel. 70-odd runs. Held fort in the middle. Played a captain's innings. This at a time when others were just capitulating in front of him. He was the Lone Ranger. He's taken his team past the 220-run mark. And there he walks back to a standing ovation in the dugout as well. That's been quite an innings.
And that's what leadership is all about. You lead from the front, and then the rest understand where you're coming from. Collins has spoke to Jared, the captain of Hazawad. So is he going to get it? But Karan is not going to hold on at all. But good bowling from Gerard, good comeback. And good catch from Nelson. There you go. Good shot.
What a shot. That's Karan Casey for you in the slot, and he's going to punish you. Despite the wicket, this over is turning out to be very costly. 14 runs coming off it already, and that 4 clear indication of what the lower order of Nepal can do as well.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the young man will learn very quickly. If you give someone to free his arm, it doesn't matter where the ball is at the moment. He will definitely free his arm. So if you're letting him free his arm, so you got to bowl nice and straight and try and mix it up. He hasn't bowled any of the slower balls or the bouncer.
Got to bowl with a little bit of imagination at this point in time. You've got to use your mind. It's not about shoulder and back when it comes to bowling.
Good thinking. Change of pace, which is good.
Single to end the over. Current KC will keep strike. 15 coming off it and a wicket. It's been an eventful one. 49 gone. It's 226 for 9.
It's a tough one. We're looking at 240, 250. They have landed there with ease. Is it going to be enough? Can Kenyans bet deep? Where do they go from here now? Mwendo, that's expensive over, but I thought it was quite harsh to let the young late ball the second last over. But it's done well. It's going to take it on a stride and use it as an experience to move forward. Nehemiah Odhiambo ball is the last over.
Gives the charge, takes it on the full, over extra cover. Make that another 4. It's raining boundaries at the moment. And current KC is turning it on in the final moments of this innings.
That's it, Karan. He's got a reputation of hitting the ball today. He's proving it. Good shot. Over Collins for 4. Nehemiah is thinking there's some field changing. They're going to change the field. No, it is. They don't. Still remains the same. Fast ball, 4 runs. Karan's on fire. Good catch from Rakev. Very good catch. He read it well. He stayed in the in 30. Didn't move. Didn't come forward, but he ran very nicely and take a beautiful catch.
Yes, also credit has to go to Odhiambo. Took the pace off it, bowled it wide. Off cutter coming in. Karan committing himself into the shot very early. Couldn't do much. And it's a very fine catch running backwards there by Rakib Patel. You can't keep him out of action. Bat bowler in the field. He's always making an impact.
And that's what we're saying. It's a good one. We have had a first session. We call it first half in football. We call it first half in cricket. The first half is gone. We're on for the second half. And Kenya will need 131 to win. In the beginning, 132 to win and 131 to tie for us to have a super over. So it should be quite interesting. But we're not expecting a super over. Is that going to be enough?
Well, Kenya managed 218 last evening batting first. This time they have a little bit extra to do. They need to get to 231 if they have to equalize or make it even Stevens in this series. They put up a very good fielding effort, very strong bowling effort. They've come back well. Sukhdeep took his catches. He'll have a role to play with the bat when they come out in a little over half an hour from now. He's made an impact in the series, but just a quick reminder, this is the match number 2. Batting first, Nepal have managed 230. And this means that when Kenya come out to bat, they will need 231 runs to win in the allotted 50 overs. 230 all out is what Nepal managed. Somehow, it was their captain who held fort in the middle and got them to a very, very strong total of 230 runs.
And that's perfect after when we will come back with Kenya needed 230, 31 to win. Nepal 230 to defend. We're waiting for another exciting match. So see you after the break.